freaking out a little bit, but all good. I'm just not trading right now. I'm kidding. I just can't. I got wrecked too many times. And my
No,
copy
it's
traders, the
brutal.
Mexi, are doing awful. The Mexi copy traders are doing awful. I'm fired them
Uh,
all.
no, the thing with getting stopped, it just gets expensive. And it's again and again and
Yeah.
again. And they're trying to bleed us out. Welcome. Step into our office, everybody. Hopefully you can see the BTC chart here.
Go for it, bro.
While you're drifting in, this is what we're watching. We've hit. Okay, there we go. So guys, we've pinged the first major horizontal area that we've been identifying for ages. Probably since we started doing these live sessions, we've been talking about this first area. So we had one touch on it yesterday. We're getting our second touch right now. And if anybody watched Sheldon's show, I think it was yesterday or the day before, we had Da Vinci on. And he pointed out this 3 drives pattern on BTC, which we were all laughing about. But we were laughing about it because we didn't want it to be true. But it's that something along these lines and then a massive dump. So we laughed and we cried and we laughed some more. But that's what he was pointing out. But we're going to trade this thing step by step. We're going to go level by level. We have seen these altcoins bleeding out so hard. It's been very unpleasant. We're hitting good areas. We're getting a 1% move, a 2% move, and that's all they're giving us. Then they're coming back down. People are getting chopped up left, right, and center. If it's happening to you, you're not alone. Before you got in here, we were all just moaning about it. So, these conditions are absolutely horrific right now. And we just need to be patient. At some point, they will give us a relief rally. They are going to give us a bounce. There will be a break of this at some point. So how do we figure out where that is? And the best way to do it is to track BTC in these situations first and foremost. So let's look at these horizontals. We're on a major area now. If BTC decides to bounce here, we're going to push up where we hope is probably this trend area. At the very least, we'd expect that if we get a nice BTC bounce here. If we start bleeding some more, we're looking at the obvious zone. And those of you that have sat here long enough, you know how much I love a 618. You know how much I love the 200-day. You know how much I love this trend. So as much as I don't want to see it, it's on the table. So put it on your charts. It is a level that you need to watch. 27,500, give or take. If we start dropping there, I suspect it will happen fast. We'll get smashed here. And maybe get a good bounce off that level. So that, in my opinion, might be a trigger for a bit of relief on the alts. So let's see how it plays out, but let's zoom in a little bit here. I know David Deere is here, and he loves an SFP, and we've been looking for an SFP on the 15 minutes, Dave.
Yeah, we're just watching it right now.
Zoomed in here. Yeah, so basically what we're looking for is a sort of a threatening move down here with BTC, make us all very scared, and then a fast move back up. That's the dream situation now. The alts where they are now won't be that damaged, and I think then business as usual, we might push on. If we don't get this SFP, then we're looking at this 27.5. So we need to kind of prepare for that. Unfortunately, 27.5, I think these alts are going to lose these areas once again, and we might start looking at lower levels. So Jackie is here as well, and he was taking us through ETH just now. So Jackie,
you want me to pull up the chart?
Also interesting. Yeah, pull it up. Show us what you're looking at on ETH. We were just debating this before you guys got here.
Cool. Give me a sec. I can bring up my charts, and then I can show you guys what I'm looking at. Let me just open the chart here quickly and share screen. Okay. Let me know if you guys can see my browser there.
Beautiful.
Okay. So for best explanation, let's clear my chart here quickly, and I'll start fresh for you guys. So I am a little bit, or not a little bit, I'm very bearish at this moment, and with good reason. So what we need to see here is the 200 MA is probably the most important indicator right now on BTC and ETH, but ETH is actually a little bit more critical right now. Reason being, so I looked at this on a weekly time frame for good reason, and that is because with the market dump that happened on Tuesday and Monday, I got stopped out repeatedly out of trades, and I took a break, 2-day break, to come back and say, okay, why did this fail? Why did it go wrong? Why was my longs not good enough? And I noticed.
Don't take it personally. Don't take it personally.
No, I don't take it personally, but it's good to analyze why things go wrong. So
Why were my longs not good enough? Yeah, no, it's been hard. It's been tough for all of us, guys. So don't feel you're alone there. Yeah, it's been difficult.
right. So with that in mind, I obviously decided to go do the research, and a lot of this trend out, I can see like this is still very bullish. We can still see that it's respecting the trend line, but the thing that I'm starting to notice here is we're starting to drop the 200 MA on ETH. So that is why I say we're in a critical area right now. If we close below this 200 MA on the weekly, I think that all the other things that I'm seeing show that we are going to be going into the last phase of depression, and it's going to be leaning bearish. So things that I've seen that are working against us right now is that obviously we've crossed 200 MA. Stock didn't even get past 50% on this last move up, and it's making its way down. So that tells us that the momentum has stopped somewhere. Volume is tapering off. So now, if you look at these last sort of moves up, we had decent volume, and then with the last sort of half or wave, this doesn't look quite the same on ETH, but on Bitcoin you see it clearly. So I'll just go back here quickly. And if you see the first wave, we had volume, decent volume. Second wave, there was still some volume, but this third sort of wave up, no volume at all. Stock is also more amplified on Bitcoin, but coming back to ETH, with that in mind, I also decided to bring up an old phobia just to see where we're at. And if you look at it from this perspective, we technically have hit 382 or the area of 382. So this means that we have not got enough strength to go up. Instead, we have more favor to come back down. So if you look at it from that perspective, fibs don't lie, man.
Jackie,
So yeah, that's
so
my
are
TA
you
on ETH.
currently short? And are you
I'm
currently
waiting for
short
this
on
candle
support?
to close. If this candle closes below, I am short all the way.
Okay, so guys, listen, we gotta be strategic about this. There's a lot that can happen here. Um, we've been hinting this week that any moves that we get upwards, we are going to be looking for shorts because we are feeling this whole macro situation. We are feeling this as an opportunity to grab some shorts. Okay, so you know we're not getting the bounces we were looking for. I was expecting a little bit more than a 3 to 5% bounce off these areas, which we might still get. So we're not saying it's not going to happen, but we keep getting these 1 or 2% moves, and it's not pushing us into these areas that we like, and they just continually bleed us out. So I'm going to pull up some of these altcoins again, and you're going to see very clearly that we're hitting these areas, and it's very difficult, obviously, to get ultra bearish when we're sitting on these supports. So if you want to be short, let's wait for some kind of trigger, and that trigger for me is going to be a green candle up into a resistance zone, or it's going to be loss of these supports and then a push up into old support, which is going to be resistance. So we just need to play this carefully. I think we're going to get it. Maybe we're going to do it on a smaller time frame, because I've been waiting on these 4 hours, these 8 hours, and we're not getting this push. So maybe we need to zoom in a little bit. But right now with BTC sitting on this area again, it's Dave. We didn't get that SFP there. I see it's actually reversed short here, so they might still be coming for us. Hopefully they don't send us straight to hell. But let's pull up some of these altcoin, guys. Let's have a look.
Oh, just before you start, last thing, monthly stock is also topped out.
You selling this hard to us, Jackie.
If I was a salesperson, you should be buying right now, man.
Sure. No, I mean it's nice to hear you so bearish. I think we need a poll. Can we have a poll?
Yeah, no, I
Is,
don't have that one
is
set up. We're gonna need
bearish
to.
Jackie a bullish indicator? Can somebody tell me that? Okay.
David's gonna
Can
need
you
to
see my
develop
art
that one up.
screen? I need
Yeah.
this poll. We need this poll because I've seen Jackie bearish before and I think it reversed. So maybe it's a good thing, eh? Just remember when we get extra scared and we get ultra fearful and we want to give up and throw everything out of the way, that's where they come and surprise us. So here's optimism, a typical altcoin situation that I've been looking at. So you'll find in the Discord, there's a lot of these that look the same. They're sitting on supports. We're looking for some kind of move up to give us an indication that we can short, or a short-term move up with a deep pullback here. Maybe we can scalp a little long. Bear in mind, we've tried that once or twice now already and been stopped, so that's been quite irritating. So optimism. If we get a bounce here, look at this area, 382 trend horizontal. For me, that's an epic short zone, 1.54. So mark that on your charts. I still think we can bounce here anyway to this region. So, we've got this 4-hour turning up, or it has turned up. We got the 8-hour turning up. Look at that. The 8-hour stock wants to come up some more. So we just need to be aware that these stocks are now starting to turn up. A couple of days ago, all these stocks were coming down at us. So it might be a sign for us. The other way to deal with this, let it drop, let it push back up, and then we're going to look for a short over there. So I think that's the best way to treat all of these alts, including the ones that you guys are looking at on your screens. I'm sure David's got a few he's eyeing out for us as well. I'm going to give you a few others here. AVAX, same story. Look how it came down into this area and it pinged it twice, but you would have seen it would have pushed these stops out here under the 786. So they're playing big games with us here. Next area is this wick where I'm looking for a reaction, and I think that will tie in with BTC at 27.5. So we get that BTC move to the 200-day and the 618. Look out, pick an altcoin, get that chart in front of you. If this dump starts happening, get your orders ready and see if that BTC pings at 618, you're going to get a wick like this. Well, you should get a bounce like this on these points. Pick your favorite one, find that level where you think it's going to hit, where it's going to coincide. How's this poll? Is a bearish Jackie a good indicator? Okay, here it is. 72% Jackie.
People know, man.
This is good stuff. This is good stuff. Okay, here's Cass, my nemesis. Rejecting 618. Old horizontal resistance is now back in play as horizontal resistance over here. Trend 618. So until it breaks there, I wouldn't be too bullish on it. But again, if this is your thing and you've been making money out of Cass, keep this in front of you. Get it on your watch list. Track this trend. The easiest play here. Break the trend and go. This is an area I'd watch now for a little bounce here, a little pullback. David, will you keep us posted on BTC? I'm assuming you got it in front of you there.
Yeah, it's just kind of halted.
And have you guys noticed David's voice is less deep, less deep today? So it turns out, if anyone was wondering, we were all sitting here thinking David's voice was very husky and very rough in the mornings, but it turns out by accident he had a setting on his Zoom. So if anyone noticed that, let us know in the chats. But we just all thought, it's early in America and he just woken up. So Dave, I'm happy to hear your real voice is back.
Yes, that was embarrassingly funny.
So here's Gala again, 786. This is my level. If we get BTC weakness now, we're gonna look for this bounce here. The other day, like on AVAX, It was the only, like, when that dump was happening, we were scrambling, obviously. It was the only one I got where I got that little bounce move on this AVAX. And as it was happening, I preset my order while it was happening, and it just went. It happened very quickly. So look out for something like that in these key areas. We saw it even on render yesterday. Okay, so this is Gala. Look out for that move if we get that dip. Dot, look at this dot candle. Does anyone know what happened to dot yesterday?
10%
9,786 delivering again. Look at that, like absolutely on that fib. Look how it bounced. Look how it reacted. So if you guys aren't using fibs, especially on these high time frames, you're missing out on opportunities. Really. 618, 786, 382. You've got to see the reactions we get on this. Interesting now, you can see dot is rejecting here. 618 is resistance. So this would have been the area marked originally, to this horizontal trend where it had a rejection. So just another example, pushing up. These trends don't lie. These horizontals don't lie. Okay, Link's still playing games with us. Let's zoom out a little bit. Okay, so a nice bullish move, which, the more this carries on, the more bearish I'm starting to feel. But I was looking for something along these lines. Jackie, you're killing me, eh? I'm like, we're going to hell. We're going straight to hell. So I was looking for a push up to the 618. Nothing big. I mean, I'm not asking for much. We're just looking to, continue this little channel. It's a 9%er. Let's put in the 382 here. Let's get a view on this one. The 382 here that you see, that could also be an area to watch. So let's take that out.
I know a few people say that you're lagging. Maybe just check that you're on the right Wi-Fi.
Let me plug in. It's this thing.
The power issue.
Yeah. No, it's the LAN cable. I hadn't.
We just use right there.
Text interface. I don't know why this keeps happening.
You're back.
Okay, I'm back, everyone. It was the internet. I plugged it in directly. We should be good now. So we're looking at chain link, still in a horizontal support area that I like. We have lost the 200-day. A nice scenario that I was playing around with on the Discord was a bounce up from a horizontal and then just look for a fib rejection. So the 382 was nice for me, and the 618 higher up here was nice for me. So, that's how I wanted to play Link if we had a nice bullish move. If we lose this area, I think you're going to get a nice buy here on the 618, or at least a nice reaction. We've got to just see where BTC is. But I'm starting to look at this, and I'm looking at BTC dropping to the 618, and the 200-day should give us something like Link at this area here, and they should bounce together. Should. Not for sure. Here's Sol. I've broken it down into a nice range just to give a different perspective. Earlier we had a trend and we had this whole situation. But if we just play this little range move with Sol, we still have to deal with this 200-day MA down here. Something we need to be aware of. They might come looking for it. There's also that order block down there. So if we lose the support, I'm looking for a bounce here at 21.5 down, anything down to even 20.5. We could come and test this order block here. So I'd, look for something like that. And then straight to the moon. Straight to the
I'm
moon,
laughing
Jackie.
at Coco's comment there.
Yeah, so
one render each for Dylan's new laptop.
yeah, guys, it's tough out there. These stops are getting expensive. Okay, FDM, same story. We hit these wick lows from June so quickly. I mean, FDM's been one of the most bearish coins around lately. So again, my situation was a drop down here takes us to a very strong weekly support area, 19 cents. So put that on your radar. Okay, you can see how many touches we have here. There's been a lot of weekly action in this area. Okay, so if we lose this, I expect it to react or to at least bounce or do something in this area. So that's an area to watch. How we get there, again, we're going to be guided by BTC. Even though BTC is coming down, we'll probably see dominance is doing something. Jackie, can you maybe check dominance in the meantime?
Yeah,
I
give me a
see,
sec. I can do that.
Phantom is
Yeah, it's
actually
coming
getting
down.
bought up here.
Yeah, dominance
Yeah.
is coming down just a little bit.
So BTC candle looks quite shitty right now, but these alts like FTM, you can see they're buying here. So how do we get down to the weekly support? Straight down, look for a bounce, or if we push up, let's try and look for the short here, guys. And I think it's going to be a nice one because this is daily. This is daily, old daily support. So you could get a nice entry here. Look out for a little fake out above. But so somewhere around there, 0.226 could be nice. And then you short it down to this weekly zone. But just expect a reaction here. I think we'll get a move there. ADA, yeah, same story. In fact, it has already done that. Look, it's pushed up into the 618 here, and now it wants to come down. But again, not saying it won't happen again. Okay, but this is our bounce zone. You saw how DOT reacted off that 786. Doesn't mean they all will, but we know it's a good area. You can see I've tied it in with this horizontal, so I'm quite comfortable with that. And then this guy over there. Okay, so these are the areas I would expect a bounce. Again, I can't tell you how much because we don't know what BTC is going to be doing or, the sentiment of the market, whatever. But you can see when it hits this area, we get bounces. Okay, when it's hit the 618, it bounced. This time failed there. But I expect something like DOT or AVAX or whatever, that initial touch, we should get something. The buyers should kick in there. There's also an order block here. So I quite like this. I quite like this.
I've just charted out dominance quickly. What I'm seeing is exactly what David's saying. We are dropping a little bit on dominance. But if we zoom out to the weekly time frame on dominance, it's broken trend. We just need to see the candle print a bit more, but stochastic on the weekly has bottomed out. So it's not going to be tracking correctly. So that means there is more downside coming.
I love that
but
you're looking at such a big picture, Jackie. You're looking at the weeklies, man.
you need to look at the weeklies if you don't know what the market's doing.
I like this. I
So
like this.
the area of interest that I'm seeing on dominance is the 47%. That's a 7% order block there, and that is also the 382. So we'll see some reaction there. So drop from 50%
So you're looking at
to
47.
47%.
That's huge, though. I mean, these alts are going to rip if it goes down there. Okay, so look, let's hope we've lost this now. Let's hope we can just bring it down here for now. I love this, Jackie, but that means you're bullish, eh? If we're coming down there, you are long everything that starts with an A and ends with a T. That's
I'm
alt.
just saying what I'm
Anyway.
seeing, guys. I'm bearish on charts, but if dominance plays out this way,
Um,
then yeah, definitely be bullish.
Okay, cool. This was Axie in front of me. If anybody still trades this thing,
Is that game still even running? Like, I'm curious.
I don't know. I actually don't know. I just know that it is alive because people trade it, and I mean, it moves, but it's on my watch list at Discord, and it's like it's just there. It just irritates me, and I must actually get rid of it.
Okay, a
I'll
lot of
swap
people
it for
saying it
Lena
is
or
still
something.
running. Okay.
I just know like there's like a lot of people in the Philippines or something playing it, and then people pay people to play it for them, and they make money and they get salaries. Like there's a whole story there. Like there's something happening there. Anyway, we were longing this thing at something like 200. It's now 5. Bull market vibes all day. So 786. I still like this area for Axie, but it's almost front run this a little bit. So just keep your eyes on that. It's tied in with that guy for some reason. But yeah, I think we should get something here. If not, we're coming down here. Okay, so this is your, if you like to play around with Axie, 4.7-ish is the next region. I see BTC's trying to hold there. Okay. Uni. This thing's looking bad, eh? Wow. So teeing up the same way that these alts were. I mean, it's clear as day here, guys. I think this might be the best short opportunity coming. If we get a push up into this area, it just looks so juicy here. I don't know, Dave, what you think about that. I know you love a short as well. But if we get like
Yeah.
a relief rally, we push into that. Jeez, I think this could be a great one.
What's that? Are you a bear in the distance?
I'm a short-term bull. No, I don't know, bro. You know, I like to trade the areas. So I want to see it push up. Then maybe we get a short. If not, we break up, we go long. I'm flexible like that.
You got to wear the short hat sometimes.
Yeah, so I'm trying to tee everybody up for this because they're becoming very clear. It's creating a nice picture, you know, and we're seeing it on all these alts. And we even had this head and shoulders on you. Like that was a nice sign for us. So let's let it push down. Let's see if we get that relief rally. We're going to get our opportunity to short this thing. Okay, so put this on your watch list. The reason I like this is horizontal as well and the 200-day. So it could be very nice. Let's see if there's a fib floating around there. There's a 382 a little bit lower. Okay, so that's not ideal. Okay, so watch this, mark this 382 as well, guys, there. And then let's see
Just want to check something on that chart quick while you're busy there.
Yeah.
Yeah,
you
you can
see,
continue.
here's
I'll
one.
tell you if I
Okay,
see something.
there's the retracement one. Okay, so forget about the main one that we've lost. Here's our little retracement. Okay, so now I'm like getting excited if it bounces from here. That's if it bounces from here. Okay. 382, 200-day, and horizontal. And look at this massive order
Okay, you're on
block
the
down here.
12 hour. I don't have 12, so do mine on 4.
4.9, 4.8. Look at the size of that order block. There's a fib there as well. So that could be an awesome target. Okay, so that's the plan. We're going to sell the green. We're going to sell these green candles.
Dope. I just opened this chart on the weekly, bro. We are in a weekly order block right now, and it's coming down.
Guys, have you ever heard such bearish vibes out of Jackie? He wants to send this thing to zero. He wants to send us all to zero. We're not going to have jobs after this, bro. You know that.
It's fine.
You
We can
see
go
it's
sweep. We can
$1,000.
go
What are we going to do, bro?
sweep the streets, bro. That's what we all do.
Jeez. Okay, Lido, 8 hour. Approaching a big support area. So something to watch. Look at this 8 hour stock, for example. Okay, we got this little double bottom vibe going on here. Something to be aware of. 4 hours turning up. Okay, so you know this is our line that we're gonna watch on Lido. Down to 1.6. Let's see if they give us a wick. After that, it could get pretty bad, eh? I mean, I actually think we will get Lido here at some
So
point.
this is
I
the
just don't know if it's in
I'm
this move.
most bummed about. I held this trade for a whole week and a half and got stopped out only for it to start pumping on that line
Okay, so
on a lower time frame, obviously.
yeah, I think Lido could even end up here at some point. It's another 40%. So let's see. Let's see if we get nice short entries now on any green candles and things start reversing and the macro situation doesn't improve much. I think we could see some alt reckonings here. And Lido could be one of them. But it would be a great buy down, yeah.
I'm
Very
sorry,
nice and
guys.
long.
Abinay says I'm killing the vibe.
You're totally killing the vibe, bro. The bear vibes. Okay. I like this long from down here. Eventually, when we get here, and when is it? September, Jackie. What do you think? When are you calling this
What, this playing out?
this absolute destruction to zero? I mean, look, Da Vinci was saying 3 drives pattern. He loves that thing. Like, and that was BTC really coming down. So anything is
Look,
possible.
if I have to realistically give you an estimate on what I think is going to be the time frame that this plays out over, so let me just go look at my BTC chart and I can give you an estimate. Realistically, I am looking at about 280 bars, give or take, on the weekly time frame before we start the bull run.
280 weeks.
So that's 100 and what? No, that's not 100. That is, according to this, no, that may be a bit too much.
Guys, I'll be like 85 by then or something.
So
That's a
according to
lot of weeks,
this
bro.
measurement, that is 100 and no, that's 1,400 days. Johan says I shouldn't
That's a
let
lot of
anyone
days.
discourage me.
So yeah, Ronnie says I heard Michael Burry went $1 billion short. Yes, it's true, but then I saw somebody actually sent the calculation because I think it's options close out tomorrow or whatever it is, and he can literally be $1 billion short with like something like $1 million. They can gear it and do all sorts of stuff. So it's just the way they went with a headline. But yeah, so technically it was right, but then I saw the calculation and there's a way you can gear it or something with 1 day left or a week left or something. So don't believe everything you read in the press.
Look,
Yes,
definitely, guys.
comp. We must look at comp.
Like, I'm just giving you a different opinion. I'm just giving you all the cards. Keep yourself safe. Do with that information what you will.
So guys, basically it's maybe up, maybe down. I'm just looking at Abinay's 3 drives pattern. Yes. So what I do like about Abinay's 3 drives pattern in the chat is that the third high needs to be a lot higher. This BTC third high wasn't very high. So maybe that's a saving grace for us.
On BTC, you can see on that third eye, we lacked a lot of volume. So something pulled or gave in at that last move.
JJ says Dylan at 85. You still match your laptop speed. You know what? I'm so offended because this is it's a new laptop and it was like it's a proper machine. And I'm very disappointed the way it's performing here. Okay, cool. So we're gonna do comp for you guys. Okay, so ETH we've done. ETH looks miserable there, Jackie. Oof. I'm feeling this bearishness here. But BTC is holding. Okay, let's check in on. See, Phantom's buying. They're buying Phantom.
Have we done a rune
Yeah,
update?
he's coming down. No, we must. We must. Dave, while we're sitting here, why don't you just take a look at Phantom there? I know you said the other day you like to scan the altcoins. Guys, listen to this. When BTC is dropping and everything's bleeding, David likes to scan all these altcoins and see which ones are performing better, which is holding better. And right now, just from what we've looked at, Phantom seems to be holding up quite well, Dave. So maybe there's something there for us if you want to take a look.
Yeah, I actually was looking at Phantom yesterday and saw that it got to the that wick where the SEC came out with securities or whatever token for securities. So yeah, I was considering a long position there, but with where Bitcoin's at, yeah, I'm looking for more of a reaction. If you can get to that
Dave,
19 cents. Yeah.
just to let you know, you are sounding a bit deeper there.
Are you serious?
Just thought I'd give you the heads up now today, like while you're still live.
Old husky.
Jesus Christ. Let me try something here. I'm gonna unplug this. I gotta get a new audio card here.
It's quite cool though. It's quite cool. You must tell me how to do this. I want to have a husky voice. So watch this 212, 213 area. Dave, it's the best. I'm sure they love it, actually. I'm sure everyone loves it.
Okay, we'll
Um,
just keep it.
Okay. So here's Carver. I did take a Carver long earlier. Down here off this 382. We had a little pullback there. So the idea is to trade the range. Again, not sure what we're going to get out of this market yet, but you can see a little 382 pullback. You know, I love these 382 pullbacks. So yeah, went for it. Let's see what happens. And yeah, the idea for Carver is just to push up to range, but I mean, that might be a bit greedy, 7% in these current conditions. So we'll have to just play it by ear. At some point, I'm also just going to move that stop to entry, so I don't have to stress about it. 382, you see it's fighting this 382 already. There. So we could get a rejection there. And that 618 is something to watch. Okay, so if you get a pullback on Carver, maybe have a look. But yeah, just look overall market sentiment. Check what BTC is doing. There might be better trades on a BTC dump. There might be better longs on a BTC dump than Carver, for example. And what I'm referring to is something like AVAX that could wick down to 10. You could literally have a limit order on 10. Don't be ridiculous with leverage and stuff. If you see it falling, you can just get it ready because it happens so fast, guys. So you need to just pick your coin that you know. When I was scrambling, I was like, shit, what level do I actually know? And I remembered AVAX at 11.3 when I got that other bounce. So you got to be quick. So, have your token ready that you like.
Just to highlight what Dill's saying there. So if you look at what he was saying, he's saying check the type of category. So if it's a total 3 versus a total 2, each total pumps differently with a Bitcoin move.
Nice, Jackie. That's an excellent way to explain that. Thank you. I mean, I just look at these layer ones because they're easy, like Sol, AVAX, Phantom. I look at these areas where I think they're going to bounce. Same as Fetch. This would be the obvious area to ping down here. I think I've covered this one already, guys. But if you see this BTC coming down, look how it's reacted here. There might be a 3 or 4% little bounce for you, like as a free gift. It just could happen quickly. So think about that. Matic's coming into a nice area. Slowly. See, BTC is still hanging there. It's concerning that it's not pumping back up, though. It's kind of sitting like they're planning something. I don't know what you guys are thinking.
Send it to zero, brother.
Guys, I really actually want to just go balls to the wall here and have a limit order set on BTC and like high leverage at 27,520 and just see what happens. If we get that move, ding, could be good. Okay, let's see. Comp. Oh yeah, this comp's about to die. So this was an idea we had, or I had, a while ago, and we just never got that entry. Never got it. And then we were even talking about this little double bottom here, and we thought, shit, this thing could actually now push up from there. And then they came for us and into the entry zone, and now we've lost the entry zone. And we also had a fib here. So it's a high conviction area for me. And it's something that, I got stopped out on it. And now we've lost this area. So just keep your eyes on comp. I wouldn't give up on it. Let's look here. Yeah, this is such a beautiful area, really. It's really like that area excited me. I really was confident about that one. Okay, so this is our next zone, 36, 37. That's your next sort of buy or bounce area if you want to be long comp. Okay, shorts. Look, it might just fall over right here, but I wouldn't short onto any form of support. Just be careful, because remember, this thing can reverse very quickly. At some point, you know what's happening, Jackie. People are all talking like you, so people are opening shorts everywhere. No, but like legit,
Yes,
guys are opening shorts everywhere, and these market makers aren't stupid, and they're going to come and they're going to send this thing, and they're going to just mince everyone, and then they're going to send us back down. So just remember, you know, like that's why I hate opening shorts on support. You must get it to push up. You know, it's also like buying a green candle. You don't want to long an already green candle. You don't want to short an already red candle. I hope that makes sense. Okay, let's look at GMX. Ah, it's going to help. It's going to help. This was such a promising trade, wasn't it? This is our area now. Okay, so remember the thing with GMX, I think it's when market sentiment is bad and people are selling and they're not really trading. It's an exchange, and their business model would be fees, I assume. So people would buy GMX, and I mean, I don't know the full fundamental situation behind it, but you know, if they're not using the exchange much or there's less trading going on, I think it would make sense that it would come down. So this is an area I'm not excited about GMX, but this thing can pump randomly. 4-hour stock. Let's see, so this is what I like to see on these stocks sometimes, like that move, that move. So, you know, maybe we're going to get that again. There it is there again. So, yeah, often you get excited on that first move, but then the real dump comes afterwards. That can be a telling sign. I don't know. Anyone like GMX here, Dave?
Nope, I don't even know what that token is.
Unfortunately, I'm in the
That's
same boat.
answered that. Okay, good. Look at Tomo. The bull is here today. Rune and Tomo, we got to do.
Remember what Bruce says, right? So Bruce says Tomo does the opposite thing of the market. So if Tomo is pumping,
You loving
I'm
this?
just
Eh?
saying.
You
I'm just
absolutely
saying.
loving this.
A little bit too much, you know?
Okay, hold on. I'm reading some of these comments. We got to do Rune, guys, because the Rune is responding to these Fibonomics. Like it's like basically
Yes.
like it was written in the stars for me to trade Rune. This was one of my first big trades. You know, when I first met Sheldon, like 18 months, when was it? 2 years ago.
Was
I
this
took
the
him
one
this
that
Rune
sealed the
setup.
deal?
I took in this reset up. I was like, this thing's gonna go. I'm telling you, this thing's gonna go. And that afternoon, it went on the show, whatever. And that afternoon, Rune just went absolute beast mode. And then he knew that I knew how to read these things. Okay, so Rune had a nice rejection. Okay. Exactly as predicted. I think someone in the comments on Twitter said to me, no, it's going to rip right through. And I liked it.
Look, I definitely agree. There is a potential more upside for Rune. Just looking at the weekly right now, stock hasn't crossed yet. It's reaching saturation at the top, but we're still in the order block. There can be a lot of accumulation within the order block still.
Guys, order block stuff, not really what I do, but there's something to be said for it. Like Craig loves trading 15 minutes, order block to order block, loves it. You can see Jackie talks about it a lot. If Simon was here, some of the mods are missing, guys. Bruce is missing, Simon, a lot of the guys are missing today. They're in a meeting. Otherwise, we'd be here talking with them. Okay, let's go back to Rune. 382, look at this thing. Look how perfect this was. We got this, I think we got this the other day. No, we got a little one the other day. We were trading the 15-minute candles. But yeah, just beautiful. Look how it's sent up again. But rejected at this major area once again. So best entries for Rune on this bigger picture, I would say, let's see if we get this pullback on this bigger picture. I'd like to have another go on the 382. I've marked out these areas 1.3 and 1.2 as the next level, but that's another story. I think if we're going to stay bullish, we want this 382 to hold. Let's zoom in a little bit.
There's a bullish setup here.
Talk to me.
You see your 200 MA? That's 50 fib territory.
I
If
wanna
it
pull up
pulls
a
back to
clean
there, you're
chart
even
here.
better.
Oh, this was our trade the other day. Okay. Yes, look how beautiful this trade was the other day. Look how ping the 6-8 and the trend and the horizontal, guys. That's why I say it's a high conviction area, and that's why I choose these areas everywhere. Where I see them, I go for it. I don't negotiate, I just go for it. And you can see why we love those moves. Okay, so Jackie, talk to me. What were you
Oh,
saying?
this was that 200 MA on the bigger time frame was lining up exactly with the 50 fib on your bigger fib setup. So if it
Okay.
pulls back to there even, then it's bullish. It means the move is happy.
Yeah.
So then it's safe to move up further from there.
I'm just trying to look at this picture in front of me and try and find something bullish out of what I'm looking at here, and I'm just not feeling it right now.
No, not on this time frame. The
No,
higher time frame that you're on.
yeah. Yeah, I mean, what I'm seeing now on the 1 hour, I'm not seeing entries here. I'm seeing entries lower down or higher up. So, I'm just seeing that. Okay, so we're actually just in this range now while we reject and do whatever. So that was a little fake out up there earlier.
Yeah, so your green box to green box there, that is the order block on the daily. That whole area.
Okay, so let's go to the daily. Guys, if we harping too long on a token, let us know. If you're enjoying it, we carry on. I'm just trying to see where we are here. Okay. So for me, yeah, range, 618 range. This is now moved because we have a new high there, you see. Okay, so this was the original high. Let's pull it from here. Okay, let's see that. Yeah, I still like this range play to the bottom. So I like that the most. This was some kind of attempt at a double bottom there. So look for something there maybe. And then up there, look for a fake out perhaps. But you got to see where the market is as a whole when Rune gets up there. Because if the whole market is now bullish and everyone's going, I think Rune's just going to carry on. It's just going to rip. But if Rune gets up there and the market is still sort of like Jackie, like bearish, then I think you get a nice short opportunity now. Okay. Somebody Shobit keeps asking for comp. Well, that was earlier. Okay, so we have done that. I hope that helped you. You might as well do that on Pepe. Let's look at Pepe. Sorry, there's so many comments here. Yes, Marcus Wagner is feeling not the total opposite from what we are trying to do. Stick to analysis and make rational, logical decisions. 100% correct. 100% correct. Obviously, we have emotions when we look at stuff and we get excited and we want to be long or we want to be short. But 100% correct. That's why I like
that's
to
just the thing, right?
what I do. I just do it in blocks and I look at areas and I see where I can get my bounces or I can see where I get my rejections. And I just play that. I don't like to think like BTC is going to be at 60K one day and it's coming down to 10. Obviously, we laugh about it. And I love saying things going to zero, obviously. But really, I just look at these zones in front of me. Okay, CFX. And what did we say? Pepe. Okay, let's do it. And injective.
When
CFX,
last have you
Pepe,
looked
and
at
injective.
Veracity? Wasn't that one that we also charted quite a bit?
Yeah, it really got smashed, I think. We must look at it. This looks nice. Just looking at this, I see it's mid-level. So it feels very compy now that it's going to come lower. Oh, that's so annoying. Jeez. This was such a nice area and it held since June.
Isn't that a 786 bounce there? That might be a 618. Sorry.
So looking at this, I can immediately, this is my feeling, okay, for CFX. Really. Up here, it's going to be so hard to break this. Like there's going to be like a massive macro shift and the world's going to be like super excited and China's reopening and funding the economy. And there's got to be this vibe, I think, for CFX to break that. So I'm seeing that. Okay, so I'd love to see a push up. I think this will be a nice area to short, really. 1.69, 1.7. And then this is a high, so it should be a high bouncer.
Okay.
And if that
I'm seeing a comment here that I just really want to like answer. So Johan Wasserman says, why aren't you looking at the stochastic indicator at the bottom of your screen? It's all I depend on. So remember with stochastic, it is probably the slowest indicator out of all the indicators that we have on TradingView. Yes, I like using it. That's because I understand there's a delay to it. If you understand how the delay works, then you can use it for the TA. I would not advise it being the strongest TA indicator that you're using first. It's like the last resort, per se.
Yeah, it's again, so we use all these tools. So I explain this on these sessions all the time. So for those that are new here, obviously I don't explain it all the time, and you don't, sometimes you jump in here and you don't know what we're talking about. I have a certain style that I use. Jackie has a style that he uses. David uses a style. Bruce, whatever. We all use a host of tools that help us make decisions. And the stochastic is one of the tools. I would never use it on its own. Just like I would never only use a fib for a decision, or I would never only use a trend line. They've all got to talk to me together to make sense. So when I see a coin dropping on the 200-day MA, the fib, and the trend, and that stochastic is near the bottom, you know what I mean? You can take me on a date. Like that makes me excited. Okay. If it's coming down and the stochastic's quite high up, I try and be a little bit more patient about that, because we know like it needs to settle down, that stochastic's got to drop. So you use it as a guide, but don't use it as your only indicator. Unless you're trading maybe weekly candles, perhaps, or daily. I don't know.
Monthly, maybe also. That
Yeah,
works
or
for
like
just that.
every 10 years, every decade. No, I don't know. It's just don't use it on its own. Use it with your tools.
So someone asked me a question here just via the DM, like, what is my first resort then as an indicator? So there's two main ones that I would look at. The first one is volume. Volume is the strongest indicator out there if you understand how to read it correctly. And then with that, volume is candles. Candle structure is volume. It's the same thing. And then obviously fibs. You can't go wrong with Fibonomics.
Fibonomics, guys, you know what? When I started trading, I was obsessed with fibs. Okay. Then I actually stopped because I decided that it wasn't doing anything for me. And then I put it all together in this package, and I started seeing like the magic and what it does. And like you can't live without these fibs. If you want to trade charts, even just use it to confirm something. It's like you see how these things react on these areas. Like it's like I'm really passionate about it, because like I used it, didn't use it, and now I'm back. I won't operate without them at all. Okay, sorry guys, CFX, let's finish this. 0.14. Okay, looking for a push up. You can see why it's clear as day here. Okay, resistance, resistance, resistance. So let's look for a push up. Might get a nice entry. Okay, if it does break higher, I mean, I think we're going to get a great entry here even. I mean, this could be the king entry. That might be the one that really sends it down. So those are your two options. So just like we in longs, when we're looking for a pullback, I'll show you two areas where we could get a bounce. This is exactly the same. We're just doing it in reverse. Okay. These are two sort of strong zones where we'll get a rejection or a reaction at least. Okay. Peppy, and then injective, and there was a few others. Peppy. And I obviously get more excited when I find coins that respond to the fibs like perfectly. That's funny. Look at that. I mean, you've got to trust the science every single time. Look at this. If you were waiting for Peppy, I mean, I don't even remember when we did this, but we obviously pulled this fib at some point in time. We had the 786. So you would have got your first bounce, and then you would have got your second bounce. I even put a little box there for you. Okay, that would have been a great trade if you were watching Peppy. I think we got to get this on the Discord, Dave. We actually need this. I've got to get rid of Zill. I've got to get rid of 1 inch. It's rubbish.
Yeah, we got to
okay,
get rid of the
let's
ones
get
that
to,
aren't really doing anything.
yeah, that's, yeah, it's actually quite annoying. Like ADA, I'd love to drop ADA. I don't like it anymore. Okay, so there's Pepe. Let's see what type of pullback we had here. I mean, geez, what a trade this would have been off the 786. No, look at that. I mean, my work here is done. Guys, this is so good. Okay,
Trust me,
so
I'm an
again,
engineer.
reaction. It's all science. We studied what 6 years at with space university. Yeah, what is this? Look at this 786. It's perfect again. Little reaction. Even like a fib on its own can sometimes just give you that little reaction. So just be aware. It's so nice. The 786 on the higher time frame with the horizontal. Such a good play. Such a good move. Okay, so I&J and veracity.
Yes.
Okay, I&J is still in the zone. Can't be,
Yeah, it's holding up pretty well.
I
It's
can't
not really
short this. You know what I mean? I can't be short yet. This is it's an area. It's on trend. It's on a fib. It's kind of waiting patiently. I see BTC still holding. It's actually pushed up a bit. Yeah. So if I had to pick a short, if you say to me, give me an area where you're going to short injected, it would probably be up there. So it would be on like a little pump, push it in there. This is still a great zone. 786, 200 day. That's still a nice zone,
That's the
guys.
one that you
Watch out
want,
for this
actually,
one.
for the long.
Yeah. This is the one. This is the one. This is the one. I really like that. And when things get really spicy, I started adding some proper levels here down here. So you've got action down to 4.6 if you guys want. Greg says, Jackie, is there a class on TA you recommend? Come to these lives with us. We've all got slightly different TA things, but you'll learn so much. And feel free to drop questions in the chat. One of us can always read it and try and answer for you.
So look, there's nothing different to what I do, to what Sheldon does. It's just I've incorporated order blocks into mine with Lux Algo. That's about it. And I just rely more heavily on volume. That's it.
Yeah. So again, guys, we use a host of tools that work for us. And like from trading over the years and all the hours I've clocked, like I've settled on what I like. And I'm always open to learning new stuff. And now I do play with order blocks, not all the time, but I use it as a reference point. I use Lux Algo. I often text Simon. I'm like, I like this in this area. What does the wizard say? And he'll come to me, yes or no. Obviously, when he says yes and it ties in, like then I get very excited. So yeah, there's a lot of ways. Like David uses the Keltner channels on the 15-minute. He knows when BTC is going to reverse. He watches on the 15 minutes and he pushes his buttons when that Keltner channel, when it breaks out or below or up, then he knows a reversal is potentially coming. We all got little gadgets and tools we use. Just play around with what you have and see what you like. Vet is drinking in the bar with ADA and 1 inch. Rob M, you are 100% correct. They must go. I'm so tired of them. Why didn't you put the fib line all the way from the bottom of that trend line? Mo, which chart? Just remind me, Mo. I'll show you what I do. Sometimes I look for a bottom of a move. I don't look for the whole move. I look for like a small piece of a move. So let me know if you have a question on that. Arbitrum. Let's look at Arbitrum. Guys, what am I missing? Sniper Charm said, look at Sol. Yes, Sol's pushed up with BTC, so that's quite nice.
Did we check veracity already?
No, sorry. 11% for Sol is to the top of the range. There will be resistance there. And you're going to find resistance there. So just
50
careful
fib.
It's not a fib. You know who used the 50 fib? Danny, Mama Sniper.
See, Mama
BTC.
Sniper knows,
Pull it.
bro.
If you pull the 50% on BTC, you'll see it sat on that 50 fib. I actually forgot to tell you, Jackie. She pulled it. And it sits on that horizontal, I think it was.
Okay, so if that's the case, we're going sideways there. That's what it means. Mama
Even
Sniper
bounce.
pulled the science, Gus. You don't argue with Mama
Well,
Sniper.
but sideways is fine, you know, as long as that dominance starts coming down, sideways BTC could be nice. We could get some relief in these alts. Okay, veracity. Resistance, big resistance zone here. There. This thing knows how to
One.
pump though. Wow.
Injective on an 18-hour bullish order block. 18-hour. It's a weird chart to trade, my
That's an
man.
interesting one. It's actually quite nice. So, I must actually make a habit of it. Guys, try and look on a time frame that you don't see often, like the 3 hour or the 5 hour or the 2 hour. Use that. It gives you a slightly different perspective on things. It's actually quite refreshing. Like you might pick up a double top on a 4 hour or something, or on a 3 hour, but you won't see it on the 4 hour, something like that. Just play around. It's quite nice. Okay, so this is a classic horizontal and trend rejection there. But it does say this is going to be great support, or it should be if it breaks up. Trend and horizontal support. So watch it break up. Longs from down here. If you bullish on veracity and you're looking for an entry urgently, yeah, I kind of like it on this area there. But there's a 382. See if it reacts there. Let's zoom in a little bit. Okay, let's pull a fib from down this move here to that high. It's actually similar to that high. No. Okay, so I like this area over here. That's sort of my preferred looking area. Yeah, it's funny. It's like theta as well. Theta responded so well to horizontals and the fibs weren't lining up. I'll show you the theta chart just now, which is quite interesting. So, you know, it does happen sometimes, but this looks like a nice bounce zone. So look for, you know, maybe look for something like that if you want to be long. That's quite a big sell there, quite a hard rejection. And then down here, I like down here. So the breakdown, you should get a bounce there. See what happens.
It's interesting what you just said there, though.
Yeah,
And that's actually why you end up learning other people's tier. Because if your own tier is not working on the day, what you going to do? Just sit there and look at the chart.
yeah, it's nice to pick up tools. I mean, the other day Sam Price taught us about the 200 MA on the 4 hour. So I've started incorporating that because you know every now and again I just click. I just want to see where it is. It's an interesting one to have. Try the 50-day MA as well. It's nice. So this is theta. Look, it jumped these fibs. Well, it didn't jump it. I mean, it still reacted there. And then look how it bounced off this horizontal zone. Look at the size of this bounce. So in that dump the other day where I grabbed AVAX, for example, there was a 7% move on the corresponding level for theta. Remember, they all come down at the same time. They all sort of drop into these same zones. There's a 7% move there. If you were sitting there waiting and you saw BTC was dumping and you get your chart ready, you get your account ready and you wait and you watch that area, it happens so fast. And often it can just pick it up in that area. It can get messy though if it shoots straight through. So just be aware that that does happen sometimes. But these are sort of high reaction zones that I identify here. So we often get a good bounce. And then this could be nice. I don't want to say I doubt it will come here because, this is crypto. Watch these areas. Watch these zones, okay? But also, the timing's got to be right. You've got to, often it's luck that you are in front of your screen when it's happening, to take advantage of this. I miss a lot of these. A lot of the times we've had these dumps, I've been in the car driving home or something, or, having dinner or whatever the story is, and then you miss this thing. So a lot of it is lucky. The trading range confuses me. For instance, I'm just reading the comment. For instance, they have a trend line starting a few months back, then fib will be for a few days. Thought we should, yeah, you could use that, but I use fibs for a certain move. So who's this? Mo. Yeah, so Mo, I look at a move on a fib, so I'll pick an area. So let me give you an example. We did it on Pepe quite nicely. So let's pull up Pepe. So remember, the same way you draw trend lines. Where was that Pepe chart I had just now? You know what exchange it was? Yeah,
No.
got it. So I just look for specific moves, and then when I'm zooming out, I'll look at the bigger picture. So, I mean, geez, how's this pumped? I forgot about this thing. So, I'd look at the big picture here, so this gives me more weight. So for me, the bigger picture is the strongest picture. Then I start zooming in closer to these other areas, and then I start looking where they tie in. Okay, so then I'll go like, yeah, you can do that. You can do that fib too. Jeez, it's getting very fibby here. Let me clean up some of these. So this is also interesting to note. The 786 is that pull from when it first launched on spot. So that's also an interesting one to watch. Nice. So I hope I'm explaining this, but you can pick a move, the low to the high,
can
and
clear it up for you in one sentence.
please
So
do that for me.
if you draw a fib following a wave, it doesn't follow a time frame. Keep that in mind. A fib drawn to a up or a high from a low, doesn't matter which time frame you're on, will be respected on all time frames. Just let that sink in quick. So if you draw the fib from the high where that trend line started to the low where the trend line is now currently, it's the same high and low on the other time frame. It's just a smaller section of the chart, or a bigger section of the chart. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it makes sense to me. Well, hopefully it makes
Okay, I see
sense. Let us know in the chat.
people are getting it.
Danny says, Dill, how do you manage risk if you set a limit order on a fib and it goes through? Would you market sell? So yeah, Danny, it's a tricky one. So if I was setting a limit order on a fib, I'd make sure that fib is tying in with an area that I like, horizontal, MA, etc., trend. I wouldn't just fib it alone. Okay. And I obviously wouldn't do something like crazy where if it shoots through, you're going to liquidate your entire account. So maybe isolate it, maybe do it on a 5x or a 10x at the most, because if it does shoot through, it often wants to come back quite quickly, but it might go down 3 or 4% below. So just be aware those are your risks. But the upside is obviously that you ping this area in a BTC dump and you get this 7 or 8% move on some of these alts. So risky play, obviously, if you're not sitting there, but it can work sometimes.
Hey,
There's
Dylan,
many comments here. I'm just trying to get through them. Yeah.
there's Adam is actually outperforming Bitcoin by almost 5%. I noticed that one too. We want to look at Adam.
Fade Adam, they said, and then that happens.
Yeah, Atom's weird, man. It like does its own thing. Don't like to watch it. Then it does something. Then I start watching it and nothing happens. Okay, this is Atom BTC on the daily. I just wanted to see the reaction here. Okay, so
Huge
should
reaction yesterday.
yeah, so now it's at resistance against BTC. So just be aware of that. And then we're going to pull up the Atom chart now. I did work on one today for you. Okay, there's that. Would be nice. And, if Atom breaks this trend, that could be a very good sign. We should look at ETH BTC as well. Let's just. Yeah, resistance. Okay. So this has hit my. This is actually in the short zone now. Oh, look at that. We've missed it. There it is. So this is what I'm talking about. Horizontal and fib. Nice reaction. So that would have been good. Not saying it's not coming back. Not saying you won't have a second bite. Not saying it won't pump out and do that. But the initial reaction is what we want. Trend horizontal fib. You've seen it on all these other alts that I've been drawing today. Phantom, Optimism, Uni, all these ones. We're looking for this move up to give us a short opportunity. Okay, so that was that on Atom, unfortunately. I'm just reading the comments. Arbitrum. Sure. Going to zero. This thing looks tired. What was the story? Was Arbitrum an airdrop?
Are bad massive airdrops? Yes. Mainly because everyone has been trying to farm that airdrop for, I'd say, the last year and a half.
So is there any utility to this thing? Do you use it for anything?
Well, it's when the development is done, I'm assuming that this is supposed to replace ETH as its gas token for the Arbitrum network.
Supposed to, oh,
But
okay.
in terms of where they are with that development, I'm not sure.
Okay, so area incoming is this horizontal. Well, you can see it's actually touching it now. It's front running this the 786. So that is actually a horizontal.
So like Banter, when Dill says it looks tight, it means it's going to zero.
Basically. Okay, so look for a little range move here, potentially, if BTC holds.
Bobby says
How
he
often have
received the
we
2K airdrop.
Yeah, so I don't know the real story here with this Arbitrum, but it does look very sad. Yeah, so 1.02 is an area to watch for a bounce.
Draw your
And
fib there
then
quickly.
a big, well, now a big BTC pullback and get your buys ready down here. It could be fun. Could be fun. So there's,
I'm smelling 786 there.
yeah, it's actually just under. Yeah, there. Okay, so they're not tying in perfectly. It's like that theta chart, but that doesn't mean they won't react in those areas. It just means there's less confirmation. But I like this horizontal. You can see it's had 2 bounces off it already.
Mm-hmm.
So tight range play. If you get a 3% move, and then a rejection, I think there's better trades out there. There's better pumps. I think we'll get better ones. But dump wise, this might be really fun. Could be a nice one. So maybe, yeah, if you get a 3%, if you get a green market here and we push up, this could be a nice one to short because you could get this move from there even. 13%. That could be nice. Render, lots of renders, lots of renders.
People want to know what if David's still in render.
Yeah, nothing's changed. I'm ready to add some more to render if it
Dave.
goes down. Yeah, you can hear me?
Oh, what levels are you watching? Are you happy to go? You happy to add here, or do you want to? Are you saying you're looking for more downside?
No, if it goes down a little bit more, I'm prepared to add some more.
Yeah.
Like a stop hunt, right? Like a red wick down and then it comes back up.
Is that your real voice? Is it? It's very deep again. Hey Jackie, is his voice deep again?
A little bit, yes.
Okay. It is just alerting you, Dave.
Autobots roll out.
Okay, let's zoom out a little bit on this. Yeah, so David's backing his level here for now. And this was that wick that we've seen. Phantom is there. We've got a few sort of heading in that direction. Oh, BTC's bleeding here. What's dominance doing?
We check. Ooh, Rune is going up. Oh no, sorry, not Rune. Rune is still looking the same. I'm on the weekly chart. Sorry, guys. Dominance is still on 50%.
Okay, interesting. I mean, the BTC guys on the 15-minute, if you're watching, and just keep sweating down and then pulling up a little bit, sweating down. It might have a surprise for us just now. Okay, so render's holding this area, like Dave said. There's no change here. When it loses this level, then you need to start reassessing how you want to play things. But right now, it's holding. You can see this resistance zone here to watch. We'll play again resistance. So that could be your area to potentially look for a short. And then your next one would be up here. Steven Stewart says BTC dumping. He must be watching those 15-minute candles.
We should make a rule when something's dumping, it has to be like on like a 2 hour plus.
Yeah. Now I always freak out. It was like it's dumping, and then you look and it's like 0.1% or something.
Oh my gosh.
Render
Dan,
holding
why so
well.
dark, brother? Dan says
What did
BTC
he
is
say?
dumping me faster than my last girlfriend.
She wasn't worth it. You were better than that. Let's see. Okay, look at
USDT
this.
pumping.
USDT is pumping. You
The
mean the
dominance
dominance?
of you, yeah.
Oh, yes. Okay, that makes sense. Okay, look at H bar. Are we done with H bar? I don't think we're done with H bar. I don't think we could have a move here.
Is it okay? How long has it been around?
Look at that. I don't know. I like this.
I mean, if I look at your chart realistically, this looks like the first pump in the market cycle. We should be getting a second pump now. Or am I
So
reading
for
that
those
wrong?
of you that trade Elliott waves, or what do we call it, the 3 drives, not my level of expertise. I'd love a comment from anybody who does that. I'd love to hear their thoughts. I played around with it for a while. Didn't grab me.
My understanding is that's not following the three wave structure, because after the third wave, it's supposed to come down and resettle first before going up again.
Okay. I get excited when I see an MA and a fib tying in together, but it is just the fib from this move. Okay. It's not the major fib from the June. Remember the early June one where we pull all these fibs from? That's the main boss. Okay. So that's the main one. So let's focus on where the main one is.
What's that? A little under 382.
Dude, if there's a 382 there, I'm actually just walking out of here. Ooh, okay. It missed. Okay, no, it missed. Okay, so it's lost the 382. Let's see. We've got a little bit of horizontal going on.
Guys, if I pull up this ETH chart and there's nothing going on, like,
What are they saying? It's dumping.
ooh, yeah, okay, wait, I see what you guys are saying. No, that's a dump though. That is a 1 hour dump.
Let's look at ETH BTC. I mean, yeah, see this BTC's done this again. They bleed you and then they pump it up. They bleed you and they pump it up. What? It's not a nice vibe, you know?
ETH
It's
has
quite
lost
shit.
weekly trend.
Wow. Wow.
You see, there we go. There's the bear. There's the bear play. What did I say?
Wow. Bearonomics. Okay. Okay, cool. Now, okay, let's look where we're going to go. Let's look at this quickly. The
Yeah,
first
Bitcoin's like
area that
2.5% from that 27,000 monthly level. 27.2.
okay, fire up those 100x orders. Oh, that's nice. Okay, so there's a little bit of action here. You can see these horizontals here, guys. So I'll pull this little bar across. So we should get something there. Okay, so you can see why I've highlighted it. We've got the support here, we've got resistance here, support, support. So let's assume support until proven otherwise. So that's the first area. Dave, what do you think about this BTC situation? It wasn't a classic SFP here. They're just sweating us out.
Yeah, I mean, it's like a slow bleed, and it feels trappy to me. But we are also 2.5% to 3% away from that 27,200 monthly level. I'd expect a reaction from there.
27,200. So you've got a monthly level there, 27,200.
At 27,211, right there at the MA.
Take a look.
Okay, so new bit of information that I didn't take into account. For Bitcoin specifically, 200 MA daily and 200 MA weekly are basically in the same area. So if we lose that, major downside. But if we bounce on one of them, there's a chance we could still be bullish.
Nice, Jackie. I can't find this monthly level.
Monthly
Dave,
level
if I pull from there, or if I pull from there, 27.2. I'm just looking for this monthly level.
It might be because you're on the
Yeah,
Bitcoin chart,
That
brother.
one.
I'm looking at the Bybit chart, but it's May and June. They both kind of closed around that same.
May and June.
Yeah, May and June of 23.
Those ones, yes. 23. Oh, you're looking where they closed?
Yeah.
Okay. Yes, there, that. Okay, that's nice. Okay, let's zoom back out.
But it's interesting to see Bitcoin dumping 2.5%, and then
Here it
Render
comes,
only
guys.
dumping 0.32. Look, just monitor the altcoins that are holding very strong.
So let's see. Phantoms just hanging on. Axie. Uni's dead. Lido's coming into this area. Guys, it's coming now. I think we're going to get this 27.5 now. Fetch.
Is there a huge liquidity level or a liquidation level
So-
there in Bitcoin?
Ooh.
I think we're going to get a move there.
Okay, so what
Okay.
I'm seeing here is all your total two alts should, the ones that are respecting the ETH move, should be bouncing on order blocks right now. So I have BNB that's bouncing. Souls just hit its order block again. What's AVAX doing?
What time frame?
I'm on the 4-hour.
Yeah, see BTC's reversing, yeah.
It's like,
I mean, I'm quite excited, I think,
I feel like
if we
there's
get
gonna
that
be a
27
bounce.
bounce.
It's got to bounce. I mean, there's a lot of late shorts that are going to get wrecked.
Yeah, I think this is, maybe this is it now. Let's pull up the 15-minute. So how much to go to this area? I mean, this is a strong area, Dave. 618, 200 day, and that monthly you're talking about. And no, the 50 fib we've dealt with already. 3%. So normally, I mean, normally a BTC move of 3% is about, say, 10% in these alts. So if it
Exactly.
happens super fast, they might, yeah. Let's have a look at dominance here, guys. See, they're still holding these areas in spite of what's going on. The first touch was the other day when BTC hit 28,300. It was there. And we're still hanging around. BTC's now at 28,100. And the alts, some of the alts are actually higher than they were. So that's not a bad sign.
Sand is looking like a
Yeah.
really good long-term buy right now. Daily
I've just
stochastic at
lost
bottom up.
I've just lost my screen.
Your
Just
browser.
my whole Brave browser just went off. So I've got to restore these tabs now. So yeah, guys, please bring up a
Shortcuts.
chart there.
Once
Yeah,
you've
so
got your
all
brand
the
open.
tabs are here, but now it's all my tabs are here. Guys,
Yeah.
welcome to the tech lesson with Jackie. So
So
now
if
all
your
my
tabs,
tabs are open and
okay.
they're all here, but now if I click on them, they automatically go to BTC. So I'm gonna like redo them now. It's quite frustrating.
Really? Oh, that sucks.
Yeah. Even though the list says Gala dot whatever, when I click
Okay.
on it,
Don't worry, bro. I got you.
give us
Right
some
now we're
charts.
looking at a
Give us some
sand
charts.
player, guys. If you are bullish on the metaverse plays, gaming plays, this is one to look at. Right now you can see we're at the one of the lowest point sand has been in like the longest time. This is a daily low. So you can see that we've passed 786 even. I'm curious to see if this actually pulls up. Let's see here. What's that fib level? 886. No ways, man. So yeah,
What is it?
that's a really nice one. This is
Playing with
a nice,
886.
yeah. Like we just turned around on 886, a little bit above it, but that's close enough to count as 886. So good pickup, long-term hold, nice area to get sand as cheap as possible without having to stress about getting in at the best price. I think this might be the lowest low that you'll get for a long while. Let's check weekly here quickly. I mean, if you look at the weekly candle, it still looks like it has some pullback to do, but the candle has formed.
Yeah.
Marcus was asking, what is the 886? Okay, so if you've missed this one, Craig is the reason we use this fib level, and he was saying, based on how a lot of people trade the 786, most people end up entering their trades on 786, and 886 would be the area where they put their stop loss orders to cover the 786 trades. So that would generally be an area where people would then get a nice reaction as well. It doesn't always work because most people, retail in this case, would go for 618 and put stop losses at 786. But those who are extremely good at their trades and just putting it out there would then go enter at 786 and stop loss at 886. So yeah, this is one of Craig's techniques.
It's nice. He likes that 886. I have seen good reactions of it before.
I have as well. Like this is probably like the 7th chart I've seen bounce on that area since he's brought it up in that live. And when you see a bounce there, that is like the ultimate, sweet spot. Okay, let's take a look at something else quickly. People wanted to know BNB while we're getting build sort out there. Okay.
I'm teeing up a Hail Mary here. I'm isolating a high leverage BTC position.
Okay.
And guys, I'm not telling anybody to do this. This is not financial advice. I'm just telling you what I'm doing. I think I can get away with about a 2% move from 275.50 and an exit at 2.7. That's 1.95%. So if we get a drop down into there, I'm hitting the trend, I'm hitting the 618, and I'm hitting the 200-day. So yeah, for me, I'm having a go down there if it comes down there.
Okay. So BNB is actually going to be in the most interesting phase that it's going to be for the next while coming. So if you guys remember Carl's live stream that he did, I think about 3 weeks ago, he said the area of interest for BNB, specifically after everything that they've been through, is this 113 level. So yeah, there's good logic behind this. There are some liquidation levels there after this 220 level, if that drops. But the 113 would sort of hit the fair value gap on this candle that's printed from on the Monday, 8th of February 21. This gap has been here for the longest time and has never seen a retracement happen. So we have a massive order block at 180, and this is the final sort of order block that stops us from retracing to those levels. You can see that majority of the volume in that order block is green. So that means it's going to put up a really good fight. And if you see the candle structure come down to this order block, this will be a very good area to take a long from. I'm not sure where we would target. We'd obviously first need to see what other blocks form as this thing happens. But the most logical play in this case, to me, would be along on the order block, which is about 193, 188, to the 200 MA, or maybe even just below, because this candle also has a gap that needs to be filled. And if you take that into account, this is going to be a long-term play, because we know BNB doesn't go straight up like this anymore. It's too big. There's too many people in it, and BNB is past the phases where it's just going to shoot up that high in one swift move. There's too many people holding too many tokens on this token. So, okay, I'm holding BNB. Yeah, so that's what I would like to see. That is the best case scenario. Worst case scenario is we see a bounce happen, but then we hit resistance at, I'd say, 232, depending on what happens in this area right now. And if we clear out all the liquidity in this order block for the buyers, the next time we come down there, then it's free reign. It's going to be like a shit show to zero. And like, I don't say that very lightly on BNB, but if that block gets cleared of its buying power, we are definitely seeing 113.
Shit show to 0. Here comes
And then
BTC, guys. I think you need to get this BTC chart up.
let's
I'm
go
literally, yeah, it's happening now. I
there.
wonder if
Oh,
I'm gonna get wrecked, yeah.
ooh,
Okay,
it's
I've set 2
creeping to
orders
that
on BTC.
200.
My lowest order so far is 27,100.
And you place your order for the bounce.
It's a Hail Mary
Okay.
play, right here. It is.
Let me join in on this fun.
No, but really, don't do what I'm doing.
No, I'm gonna do
Do
the
the opposite
to
of what
you're
I'm doing. Yes, short these areas. Don't do what I'm doing. Okay.
Because I am bearish, and I'm telling you, ETH was the precursor symbol. If we hit that 200, it's dropping. That's my gut feel.
You're saying if BTC hits the 200, it's dropping further.
That's what I read. Yes.
Okay, we're watching your trade. We're watching your screen.
Okay. Let me just log in here quickly.
Okay, but you don't let us see you logging in there, bro. You must
What?
hide your screen. We can see it. We can see you logging in there. Everyone's got your
Well, I'm
email
not gonna
address
be
here.
typing anything. Well, people
Well, we can
can
see your
search for me
email
all they
address.
want. That is my work email. So if you want a freelance graphic designer, go ahead, man.
Okay, fine.
Okay, let's do this quickly.
Oh, here comes BTC.
Right. I'll put my money where my mouth is. I need a level quick. I didn't
Okay,
actually. Oh,
dominance is still red on the daily, which is nice. It's still, yeah, it's rejected on the 1 hour, coming down so far. So far, so good. Here it comes. Here it comes. Here it comes. Here it comes.
for those of you who didn't know, if you ever struggle to put numbers in, just double click on your risk to reward tool, copy the numbers, and go to your exchange and paste it in there.
Okay, so another thing is when BTC does reverse, these alts are going to reverse very quickly. So
It's gonna be a big
pick your
bounce,
areas,
big bounce.
pick your alts that you're watching, okay, and get ready. Because when you see that BTC, if it does do what we think it might do, you're going to get a corresponding move in the alts that's going to be maybe twice as fast. So obviously, this is just an opinion I'm giving you. I'm not saying it will happen. It's just my opinion.
But I just market ordered. Oops.
Market order's fine. It's fine. It's fine.
Okay, my trade is in. Stop is at
What is your,
28,550.
so are you shorting?
I'm shorting, yes.
I love this, guys. This is so good. Okay, so I'm long off the 200-day, the 618, the monthly level, and the trend. It's basically like an iron wall.
I am short based off of my TA on the what was this, the daily chart? No, it wasn't the daily, it was the weekly. So it's a good setup. I've started on 1x. Look, I know that it can still come up, but overall the bigger picture is telling me we're coming down. And if
Okay.
my TA is correct and
We
200
can find out in the next
doesn't act
few
as
minutes.
resistance, we will find out soon what the case is
This
here.
is good. I might want to see. I want to pick an altcoin as well that I can jump into here.
I mean, look at ETH. ETH
A
is
lot of these
the
altcoins are
first.
holding, guys. I'm watching Carver here, and Carver's still holding this 382 in spite of what BTC is doing. Okay. Carver's actually turned green on the 382. Dave, what are you looking at there?
Yeah, I'm just watching the way the alts are reacting to this push down to Bitcoin.
Will you tell us what you are jumping into, and when? Because I also want to fire some stuff up here.
I mean, I just noticed that GRT, I had an alert that went off. It's reached that level for a potential long.
Yeah. Okay. I see I'm a little bit red on my soul here, but not bad. Not bad.
Yeah, these alts are holding up pretty well. I think
Yeah.
I think we might see a reversal here. We'll see.
Come on. Come on. So have you got a BTC chart up there? Yeah, we're watching that. Okay, cool. What chart
What
is
do we
this?
want to see?
Daily.
We want to see the hour. Or what? Do you want to watch 5-minute candles?
I just like to watch it fall into my basket of joy. It's coming. There it is.
Yeah, go to the 3-minute to watch the movie.
Okay, so for those of you that are just arriving, if you are just arriving, we are in the middle of a long and a short. So I'm longing BTC. I've got limit orders set lower down. 27.5, 27.350, and 27.100. So if BTC starts capitulating or whatever and drops down, I'm hoping, because I love hope as a strategy, that the 618, the 200-day, the trend, and the horizontal that's waiting there is going to react, and it's going to give me a bounce. Okay. If it doesn't, I'm going to get wrecked, bottom line. So that's what I'm going for. It's quite a big size. It's probably about 30,000. So we're going to see. We're going to see.
And look at that. Come on, here we go. For those of you who don't know what I'm doing the opposite. Based off my longer term TA, I think
You're going to get
based
wrecked.
off my TA that the
You're gonna get
200 MA is not going to hold up here and we're going to drop. So I'm shorting. And to show you the short, this is the entry. I've actually entered over here. Wait, let's correct this. So that's the short right now.
Dave, how's render looking? I like that size stop. It's nice. I mean, I don't think it's the worst play, Jackie. I just wish you got it a bit earlier.
What, you mean a bit higher up?
Yeah, just a little bit higher up.
No, it would have been good up there. I mean, like only 2.5%. I mean, I'm definitely. I put my whole portfolio on the line, I guess. Like it's, that's how serious I'm about this TA that I've just done.
Render's holding up okay still.
Yeah, I think I'm getting ready to fire up a render here. I need to just pick one quite urgently. I'm getting stressed out here. I need to pick my coin that's going to bounce. Maybe Sol could be a good one. Here it comes. Here it comes. Here it comes. Bitcoin. Here it comes.
Yeah, they look so manipulated.
Yeah, they're gonna reverse this thing, in my humble opinion.
100%. Well, not 100%, but I think
maybe. Okay, here it comes. Here it comes. Here it comes. This is the moment, guys. Wow.
Oh,
I'm gonna get liquidated. Here it comes. Here it comes.
come on.
I'm gonna get liquidated just below 27, I think.
right.
Okay, I like the
Oh, I'm up $4 already. And that's what, only a 0.2% move down for me so far.
See this thing, these alts aren't moving. I'm buying render here, Dave.
Sounds good to me.
Guys are asking me where's my first TP. Guys, I didn't set a TP. I just went for the short for the sake of
The TP
entertainment.
is 0. Okay, so I've just bought 2 little batches of render and down here, 1.5 through 1.54, 1.545, that sort of range. It's quite incredible the way it's holding. Well, this could be the biggest trap in history, and they send us to 0. My order still hasn't hit yet. My first order. Come on, BTC, give us more. Probably going to get front run here. Render's turning green on the 1 hour.
ETH is throwing out mixed signals here.
Dominance dropping. I need at least one of these BTC orders to hit here. This is going to really upset me.
You know, though I realize that there's a third outcome that we didn't actually, think about. And that is we both
What's
could
that?
be wrong. We both get wicked out and it just ranges.
You know what? If it starts ranging, it's going to be a healthy range of a few percent. So I think either way, one of us is making money. One of us is eating dry toast, and the other one is eating sushi. Lido's in a nice area.
I'm done with Lido. Lido played me for all 2 weeks, bro.
Yeah, just walk away. Okay, let's look at fetch. Guys, I want to pull up some of these alts for you while we're watching the show, so you can see what I'm talking about and what
Do you
David
want
is
me to
talking
just
about.
keep you
He's
updated
holding.
and then you share those charts quick, or how do you want to do this?
Yeah, well, I want to see the level where fetch is right now. It's just holding, if you like fetch. Carver is holding the 382.
Oh, snap, son.
Here
Here
comes
comes the
BTC. Here comes
negative
BTC.
pressure.
Come on, baby. Come on, baby. Come on. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Come on. 27. I think it's 27,750. 27,520. 27,350. Oh no, it's still a way to go. We're not there yet. We're not there yet. It's coming. It's dropping into my iron wall. Okay, fetch is losing this fib. So wrecked in Korea. I love wrecked in Korea. He says, Jackie, it's going down to the 618. He's telling you. Telling you the science.
If only she knew.
There's a question from Craig to everyone: how to add the 886 to the fib?
Easiest way to do that is once you've got your fib on screen. Let me just draw a fib here quickly. Just double click on your fib to get to this window, and then just fill out any one of the slots with the number that you're looking for. So if you put in 886 or 232 or 222, it will pop that level up on your fib.
Jeez, the suspense is killing me here. I mean, FTM looks nice. Everything's starting to look nice here. I just want one more BTC move just to ping 27.5, and then we're going to send these alts now. And then we're going to get those shorts. Carver still holding
Exactly.
the 382. I just want this final move. Bang, 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 bang onto that 200 day. And then it's business as usual. We're back to the bull vibes. That's all we need. Come on.
If I ever start a cult for trading, it's gonna be Beartopia.
What about a bounce on Rune? Mark, let's look at Rune. That's a great idea. I want to see Rune a little bit lower here. So Mark, I still like let me get the 1 hour, not your one. Okay, I still like the 145 mark, but this I'm looking at a 1 hour. You can't see my screen there, but it seems to be holding up here at 1.52-ish for now, and I'd say there's support down to 1.5 potentially. So maybe if you want to take a chance, there is a level there. Try and tie it in with a reversal if we have a reversal.
It is reversing.
Capo is trending on Twitter, apparently. Marcus, what are my thoughts on INJ? We did look at it just now. We're sitting in a nice area, unless it's changed. Let me take a look. Yeah, it dipped a bit, but it's still sitting on that trend in that box for now. But Marcus, don't forget 6.3, 6.35 is a great area for injective if it gets down there.
Ooh. I almost dropped my saline solution all over my keyboard.
Why did you get a fib tying into something? I mean, fibs excite me that much. I sometimes actually make that sound when they tie in. Come on, BTC, just do it. Just send us to hell for a few minutes. Link is starting to look interesting. If anyone's looking at Link is starting to look interesting for a big wick down to 6.2. Soul is still holding. I think Sniper Charm is in Soul. Probably still holding. Let's look at some of these others. Dave, I'm liking this render here.
It's holding strong for sure. Like adding here.
Axie nearly down at 5. Yeah,
So
we might
another
even
thing to
see these
see.
alts. Yeah.
Like if you guys pay attention to the Keltner channels on the 15 minutes, you can see how far below or how far past it is on the bottom of the Keltner channel. To me, that's like manipulation for sure. It's like they're really trying hard to grab some liquidity here.
Mm.
Ooh, okay, no, Bill. I think this is in my favor here, man. If I look at this, let's see how this looks on the 3 minute. Okay, it looks a
What
little
are you
better
showing me
on
here?
the 3 minute. Sorry, excited on the 1 minute. Can't help myself. So this is the momentum indicator. I don't know if I explained this to anyone, but if you put up the momentum indicator and draw a horizontal in it, and you zero the horizontal, like it should be in the middle of the momentum. So each time you cross the momentum line, the travel back to that line is the direction of the trade you should be in. So in this case, on the 17th of August at 6 o'clock South African time or 4 o'clock GMT, you had to be in a long back to equilibrium. So basically,
What?
5 minutes past the hour, you had to long till now, and that would have been your trade.
So what is that based on?
The momentum indicator.
Okay.
So in this
And does
case,
it tell you when to go long?
No, it doesn't tell you when. You'll need to see when it actually makes a turn or a reversal. So whenever you see a reversal on this indicator, that will be a indicator to go long or short. So in this case, if you went long at the exact apex there and went out when we crossed, which would be about there. So 0.45%, but this is on a 1 minute chart. I mean, if we zoom out,
Okay.
what does this tell us then?
Okay, for
So-
those of you still watching and don't know what's going on, just a quick update. Jackie is short BTC. I've got long orders BTC lower down. Jackie was short higher up. He's probably up a few percent or a percent or two. Some else to watch while this dump is happening or this move down is happening. Eyes on FTM for some reason is holding okay. Render is holding okay. Injective is holding okay. Optimism is holding okay. Solana is holding okay. So for me, we're seeing this BTC really pushing down now, and some of these alts are saying, "Hang on, like we're quite happy in these areas for now." So just pay attention to that. It could be a sign. So if we get one more move down from BTC, when we just wick down 27.5, somewhere around there, I think we could now get a strong reversal. It might only be 4 or 5% on some of the alts, maybe a bit more, but it is time for a relief bounce. So I'd like to see it happen in the next while.
Hey, Dylan, what do you think about Lena right now? It seems to be holding strong also.
Let's take a look.
Yeah, so for those watching the chart right now while Dill gets his chart ready. So in this case, if you looked at Bitcoin on the 5 minute, right? You can see that we've got this apex down like negative 700 in the momentum. That is your indicator to go long because it's starting to go up. If you went long on the next candle that appears after that apex, you would have gotten in a trade. So let's say if you roughly got close to the bottom to there, and this momentum is not done yet, so technically you'd still be in this trade. But even if you just followed it till there where we are now, that's a 0.5% that you've gained already. So yeah, just another indicator you guys can add to your arsenal.
Jackie, can you pull up Lena?
I got Lena here somewhere.
Yeah, alts are bouncing. Let's fucking go.
Jeez, Lena looks good on the 5 minute. Not gonna lie.
So guys, some of us traded Lena this weekend and did really well. Then it had a nice dump. But you see, I like what it's doing here.
Yeah, I feel like starting a Lena long now.
I just feel like we need to go lower on BTC. But I agree with you. Things are starting
if
to
we
look
see that,
very interesting.
that will be very nice for Lena. If we hit the 382 on this, bullish. Just give me 1 sec. Got a phone call.
Jackie on the call. Okay, well, let's pull up some charts here for you. Looks like the Dixie is rejecting. That's what we want to see. Okay, oh, here comes Rune. So we were talking about Rune just now. It's moving down. These are the areas to watch. Can you guys see my screen?
Yes, we can.
So 618 and then this horizontal here. Okay, so let's see what happens there at these two areas. Possible Rune action. Carver still holding this 382. Okay, so that looks all right. render. See, with all this BTC downside we've had, guys, if you look at the BTC candle, even on the daily, it looks horrific. And look at render, how it's just hung in this area. So that's quite a nice sign. They're keeping it up there. Look
It's a
at
very good sign.
Phantom. Look at Phantom's looking good here. We might end up eating our words, but you know, it's holding. Injective has got a little green 8-hour candle. I like it. Okay, let's zoom in here. See, just fighting and fighting these areas, holding these areas for now, while BTC looks like absolute dog shit. Look at this. Here it comes. Into the zone. Jackie, I'm going to put a circle around it for you.
Sure, circle it.
There. That's like my magnet. I just want it to just drop. Just a little bit. Just drop in here. Don't be shy.
You
Look
know,
at render.
this
Loving
is
that.
gonna sound weird to people, but I also wanted to drop. That's the exact same area that I needed to break to the downside, so we can show you that I'm right.
It's not. It's not going to do that. They're not going to do that in one go. They're going to make less money doing that. This is what the plan is. They drop it there, okay? Then everyone gets bearish and shorts. Then what do? They send it back up and they make all the money, okay? Then everyone gets bullish again. What do? They send it back down. They're not going to hit us in one move. I'd be shocked. I'm going to
Let's
write
give me
them
some
a letter
jabs
of
and hooks.
complaint. I'm definitely going to complain if they do it like that. They must play the game that we like, the one that we understand. They have to play fair. Okay, here's Lena. The one thing about Lena is that it hasn't hit this 200-day yet. But I remember one lazy weekend at home. I was just minding my own business. And Lena came down and hit this 200-day, and I entered a long off the 200-day.
Didn't you do the same with Mask way back when?
It was a lazy Saturday. Look at these candles on this thing. This thing's an absolute beast. So look what Lena does when it touches the 200-day. It does stuff. So let's put a little circle here.
I wonder, is David still here to set up that poll? That would be an interesting one to see. Let's check quickly. Let me drop. People want to know who is siding with Dylan and who is siding with me.
Guys, I told you, a bearish Jackie is a bullish indicator. So we are long of 618 and the 200-day. I'm telling you. Okay, so Lena, guys, I like Lena from this horizontal here. We know this thing can rip. This thing can rip properly. I mean, we traded a few days on the weekend. Look at that nice move up. But it's funny. I mean, we talk about this a lot, and I know Jay says it sometimes, but it's literally like up the stairs and then down the escalator. And look how fast it comes down. So just be careful. Don't hang on too long. But there's some horizontal stuff happening here for you. But I would love this move down into this 200-day. Yeah.
Ooh.
Look how
Someone just
touched there.
shared a picture of banter bubbles. It's just red everywhere.
It's the way we like it. If it's red and you have some money left after all the red, that's what we like. Okay, Fetch is still hanging on. There's a couple of longs in play here, guys. I just want BTC to get over itself and just do this quickly.
Yeah, my
They need to rip the band-aid off. Or maybe they're just letting all the shorts build. They're letting these shorts build. Let's see.
Look, I just have to say this quickly. This is not financial advice. Remember, either side can go wrong, either side can go right. If you're joining,
Dude, I've got a 66% hit rate here. 66% say it's going to bounce off my steel wall at 27.5-ish. Well, it's better because otherwise I'm
I
going
don't
to get
know. Have you played Russian roulette, man?
I back my levels, bro. My levels work. What is it? 60% of the time, my levels work every time. No, I trust these areas. That's why I get very annoyed when they don't work. Like comp, it was very irritating. It was a strong area for me. So yeah, but it's rare when you get the combination of all these things together. It's quite a rare occurrence that it doesn't bounce.
Definitely.
Look at injective. It's turning on the heat. Render. Harvest still alright. Link's sad, guys. I don't know. Link's let me down here. Sol, good so far.
Look, Mike, I just have to point that out. I agree with Dylan's tier. Dylan's tier is good. Like, I'm just saying,
Jackie,
if
thank you
this
so
plays
much.
out- if this plays out, you're looking at possibly the best call of the year. I'm just saying.
Dude, but it's not even the best call of the year. It's just like trend 618 200 day. My work here is done. You know what I mean? It's like if it fails, like I don't know, bro. I've been trading this stuff for forever on these levels. So you got to back these areas. Let's see. Phantom green-ish down here. I mean, if you guys think that's the bottom, 1.8%. Okay, maybe a little wick lower, 2.2%. That's the stop size.
Someone saying Pepe is going up.
Oh yes, one of the people in the chat was trading Pepe. Let's see. It was bouncing off the 786, right?
Hey, Dol, you're hugging that pillow there on the couch tonight, for the looks of things, waiting for this Bitcoin chart.
I mean, at some point I have to go. I mean, this is all going to happen when I'm in the car or like doing something random. It's all going to happen. I'm not even going to know. Yeah, I like Pepe here. It's hardly going up though, but I am looking at a 12-hour candle. Right, there's one. Okay, this looks fun. This looks really fun. Look at this. Could be a trend here. So, maybe, but
Mike,
want
I value your health more than you staying to watch this chart. Go eat, bro.
64%.
He says his wife has called
are
him
backing
already.
the
It's
wall.
time for dinner.
Yeah, it is that time, guys. I actually need to go. If you guys are happy to carry on, Jackie, Dave, please do.
Yeah, no, look, I'm still gonna be looking at this chart for some time. We can stay in the Zoom
SD
together
says
and watch
ape
it.
looks ready to rip. Yeah, ape looks nice. Let's play that level there. Sol's turning green. I mean, I just want BTC must just get on with it. Come on. Do they not know we need to go?
You know that saying, a watch pot never boils?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's going to happen when I'm like in the garage with no signal or something. Won't even be able to close the trade. Won't even be able to do anything. It's just going to go, just take me out like that. Look at Axie's got a nice green candle here. I think it's almost time to start aping. Dave, what do you think?
Look, it's definitely a good time to buy for your long-term holds and your spot bags, guys.
Definitely,
because
Jackie. Is it definitely?
Yeah, no,
Is it
definitely
a
a good
good
time to
time?
buy for spot bags. Like, at the peak or the meeting point between your long and my short is that equilibrium where you should be buying for the spot bag.
Guys, so what I'm seeing here, okay, this is my other opinion. just because we didn't hit it now, we might move up tonight. I
Mhm.
still think we're going to come back and visit this, but we got to visit it properly. We can't visit it like this slowly, mess around. It's got to come hit us. It's got to come hard. So I don't think it's done. I don't think it's done. Let's see. And let's see what Lux Algo is saying here. Let's look on the 8 hour. It's almost time to print a long. So it's nearly time for a long in the 8 hour. Now look how this is tying in with this Lux Algo. It's falling into this band where we might get a wick in there on the 8 hour. It's already out of the green band there. Let's just adjust this thing. We've got our first X. Simon will probably be drooling if he sees this. The first X has arrived. So that's a sign of a potential reversal. There might be another X coming. We've never seen more than 3 X's, is that right? Something along those lines. Okay, guys, I gotta run. Magda says I must stay a little bit longer. Dinner is calling. It's late here. You can see how dark it is in it. Alt seem to be bouncing. Yes. Jackie on the phone for now. Yes.
I'm back.
Um,
I'm back. I'm back. People are just checking in on me.
Marcus, it's your wife. Has a nice handshake. Stay, yeah. If we hit some longs, yeah. I got stopped out a few times, Marcus. I'm short on the handbags now. We need to hit some of these longs. Then she'll get many more handbags.
You see, I was long this
EPM
whole
long on the
past 2
4 hour.
weeks, and that's why I'm not long right now.
Yeah, no, we got longed and we got stopped. We got longed and we got stopped, but it's part of the process. What time is it here? It is 6:30 p.m. 6:30 p.m. Okay, so I'm gonna jump off. Guys, I'll see you. Yeah, I'll be on the show tomorrow. And then I've got a World Series of Trading show this weekend. I'm very excited. I've been given a show for the weekend. So yeah, hopefully you'll watch me there. The time is
On the Banter
unconfirmed.
channel.
We'll let you know tomorrow. Correct.
Dylan the Sniper, here
I
we
think
go.
Dylan the Sniper. I don't know what we're gonna call my show. Maybe we'll call it the Lord of Entry. I don't know. We'll figure it out.
The
But yeah,
Zero
so
Chronicles.
I'm gonna do something with that World Series thing, and I think David's gonna join me, and hopefully there'll be some weekend action there. Okay, cool, everybody. Yeah, I like a Dill Nye the Science Guy. That could work. That could work. It's all science. Yeah, just drop some name ideas here. Lord of Entry, that's a name any wife would like. It's the entries on the charts, guys. You know that. Cool. Okay, guys, we'll catch you later. Let's hope everything just survives till tomorrow. Good luck with that short, Jackie. Render,
Thanks.
guys, looking strong. I hope you guys got some render there.
The
Looking
bounce,
good.
guys. Hey, also on
And-
Telegram, I mean,
Oh.
I just posted in the chat. There's a link for if you guys have Telegram. It shows real-time liquidations, and they're all like super high positions.
So, are you telling me I'll find Dylan's long in that list?
Rich, this stuff's turning green right now. I'm gonna
Yeah,
come here
yeah,
with
for
a
now.
handbag tomorrow. Okay, guys. Okay, I have to run. I'll see you later.
Cool.
Dylan.
Thanks, Phil.
Cheers, everyone.
Okay, for those of you that are still here, I'll put up my chart. For those of you sticking around, it's literally just going to be a chilled event going forward. You're not obligated to stay. If you have stuff to do, go do them. we're literally just gonna be watching this right now. Probably should stop the recording as well, unless we want people to see that as well. It's just gonna be watching paint dry, basically. Yeah. Cool. Yeah. All good, man. See you, man. Thanks, man. Thanks.